Good evening, everyone, and today will be a quick E34 day. So the plan is the following. So I got a few parts for this car over there, and I'm just going to install them on this car. It's going to be just a quick evening probably. I have a few less time consuming things that would need to be installed on it, and tomorrow I think I'm going to do the front suspension overhaul. It's not going to be every single part in the front suspension because I don't have springs and I don't have shocks, but I have all the steering linkage and control arms and that kind of stuff, just because the front suspension is noisy, especially on the bumps. So I'm going to take care of this, and also I think I found why this car had such a loud rear end. I'm gonna jack up the car and show you real quick. It's going to be really interesting one. Something that snapped in half. So alrighty, let's begin. Okay, so I'll try to show a few things before we start. So I made it secure on the jack stands, of course, and this should be enough room for me to climb under. And here's the cause of the noise. This is the sway bar in the rear that's completely detached from the body, and the sway bar links are snapped in half. Fun stuff. And here's a quick rundown of what I got as far as parts. So in this big box I have center link, because this car doesn't have these steering rack, so it has pretty much this big center steering link. And then I have control arms, upper and lower, and these are pretty much the big tie rods. That's what they look like. And also I have like sway bar links and that kind of stuff. This is something that I'm going to do probably tomorrow, but for today I've got, this is just the air filter, oil filter. I'm going to do the oil change a little bit later. I'm going to replace the fuel filter, and these are rear sway bar links, spark plugs. And I just got the windshield wipers, just because the ones that are on the car are completely destroyed. So yeah, I'm just gonna climb under and start taking those things off. We'll see. And the car's been sitting for probably a few days, maybe 4, and it shouldn't have that much pressure in the fuel system, so I hope I won't drip bunch of gasoline on myself. So well, 2 ripped gloves, bunch of PB blaster, and bunch of wiggling later. Here's what we got. Obviously old and new, and these are completely gone. This is all brittle and rigid, versus this one is all in one piece and flexible. Fun stuff. While I'm in there, probably I'm going to disconnect the fuel filter, let it drip, and I'm going to install the rear sway bar links. For the fuel filter, actually it should be easy. There's a bunch of room here since this is a 5 Series, so I'm gonna try to climb under and show you all. Flickering light. So here's the fuel filter. That is just 2 plugs. One hose goes in and another one goes out, or vice versa, so should be easy. Okay, so the filter is out. Actually, it was way easier just because it's a simple one, nothing complicated. As I said, just 2 plugs. Here's just a quick comparison. Obviously the old one and the new one. A little bit different shape, different size, but just because it's a different brand, but it's the same model for the same car. Arrows are pointing the right way, so I'm just gonna plug it like this. Also clean this rubber gasket. I'm going to put this thing on. Should be nice and easy, just like that. Always love the way the hood opens on these older cars, the opposite direction. Okay, so for now I'm going to work on this side of the engine, obviously, because that's where we have all the coils and plugs. I'm going to pop this cover off and see what's the condition like under it. Well, and as always, nothing as easy as it seems to be. So for some reason the first coil was giving me some hard time. I literally couldn't pull it out. Looks like they put some dielectric grease on the coil and the spark plug, and for some reason it almost got glued to it, so I had to literally pry it. But yeah, the thing is out. There is no oil in there. I'm probably going to take a vacuum right now, vacuum everything around, that way nothing will get into the engine, and we'll take the spark plugs out and see what they look like. Yep. Okay, well, let's see how the first spark plug looks like. They weren't super tight, which is a good sign. Means that the previous person, whoever was doing spark plugs, did it right. Pretty sure it's in a good condition, but I already bought it, so might as well change them. NGKR. All the spark plugs are in, the coils and the vanity cover are also back in place. And now I guess let's check and see what the air filter looks like. And look at that. It actually came with a K&N regular filter, which is in a pretty good condition. Looks like it's been replaced a few, maybe 10,000-12,000 miles ago, but there are still a lot of things inside trapped, so it did its job. Since I have a new one, I'll still replace it. that'll be it as far as maintenance for today. I still have the windshield wiper blades left, but I'm probably gonna wash the car first and then throw those in. But yeah, other than that, the air filter, fuel filter, and those rear sway bar links should be pretty good. I wonder how many cranks it will take for this car to start now, since I've drained the fuel out of the fuel lines, and it will take a few times of priming for it to build up enough pressure, so we'll see how long it'll take. And of course the new spark plugs, so it should run pretty good. Probably gonna let it warm up a little bit and take it for a spin. Let's see how long it'll take for it to start. I'm gonna prime the fuel pump a few times to build up the pressure. A little bit of gas, a little bit of cranks, but no smoke, that's good. Smells a little bit, but maybe whatever's left from the rest of the oil in the spark plug holes. So we'll burn off a little bit, let it warm up, and take it for a nice drive. Probably we'll put some fresh fuel in it, just in case. It has almost half a tank, but I'll probably just fill it up. And yeah, should be good. It's already idling really smooth. No misfires, no nothing, so yeah. Well, drives amazing. Nice and quiet on the rear end. The front end is still making noise. I'm going to take care of this the next time. But yeah, other than that, idles perfectly. Pulls maybe even better than it was. Shit's amazing, because I did a transmission service I think one video ago or so, and the differential as well, but other than that everything is amazing. Put some fuel, and I think till the next time, just let it sit here. No fuel leaks, no nothing, so probably going to do oil change within the next 1,000 miles or so, but other than that everything is great. See you soon.